So, husband and wife said a story. When I got home that night as my wife served dinner, I held her hand and said, I have got something to tell you. She sat down and ate quietly. Again, I observed the hurt in her eyes. Suddenly, I didn't know how to open my mouth, but I had to let her know what I was thinking. I want a divorce. I addressed the topic calmly. She didn't seem to be annoyed by my words. Instead, she asked me softly, why? I avoided her question. This made her angry. She threw away the chopsticks and shouted at me, you are not a man. That night, we didn't talk to each other. She was weeping. I knew she wanted to find out what had happened to our marriage, but I could hardly give her a satisfactory answer. She had lost my heart to Jan. I didn't love her anymore. I just pitied her. With a deep sense of guilt, I drafted our divorce agreement, which stated that she could own our house, our car, and 30% stakes of my company. She glanced at it and then tore it into pieces. The woman who had spent 10 years of her life with me had become a stranger. I felt sorry for her wasted time, resources, and energy, but I could not take back what I had said, for I loved Jan so dearly. Finally, she cried loudly in front of me, which was I had expected to see. To me, her cry was actually a kind of release. The idea was divorce, the idea of divorce, which has obsessed me for several weeks, seems to be firmer and clearer now. The next day, I came back home very late and found her writing table. I didn't have supper but went straight to sleep and fell asleep very fast because I was tired after an eventful day with Jane. When I woke up, she was still there at the table writing. I just did not care, so I turned over and was asleep again. In the morning, she presented her divorce conditions. She didn't want anything from me but needed a month's notice before the divorce. She requested that in that 1 month we both try to live as normal a life as possible. Her reasons for these conditions were simple.